Today's project is some organ-based electronics. So I've got this M3 and I've got this Leslie 147, but the organ doesn't have a Leslie kit, but the guy I bought it from had a 1/4-inch jack installed on the back, so I can run a line out to this combo preamp into the Leslie. Problem is, he did not install the option to turn off the internal speaker on the M3. So today, we're gonna do that. So I've been putting off doing this for a while because it's a little bit daunting when you're looking at stuff like this and you don't really know what you're doing. But I spent yesterday doing a bunch of research and I've got a plan. So the original 1/4-inch jack taps off the amplified lines that run over to the speaker and come up here to this jack, which is stepped down via these little resistors to a line level output. So I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to leave that as it is because it's there and it's working. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap off the speaker lines and put a two-way switch. The complication, well, there's two complications. First is this is not a normal fixed magnet speaker. It is an old-timey field coil speaker. Do I know what that means? No, I do not. Do I know why there are 4 wires going into it? Not really. But with a bunch of testing and a bunch of reading, I've determined which of these wires feeds the voice coil on the speaker. Now, the other complication is that with these old tube amps, you can't just disconnect the speaker because the amp needs to feel like it's still got a speaker plugged into it or it's gonna mess everything up. And I don't wanna mess everything up. So I need to use this little switch to switch between the speaker and a circuit that runs through this little 8-ohm resistor, oops, which will trick the amp into thinking the speaker is still connected, even though it's not. Ideally, I would like to mount that switch on this same little piece of whatever this is, circuit board that the 1/4-inch jack is on to keep everything nice and tidy. The resistor apparently can heat up quite a bit when it's being used, so I made this little heat sink out of leftover aluminum flashing, and I'm going to mount the resistor to this and wire it into one side of the switch. Next, I'm going to cut the green wire and run it to the switch. I couldn't find green wire, so I'm going to use red. Okay, so the green wire, which was running to the speaker, is going to run over to the common terminal on the switch, and then one side is going to go back to the other end of the green wire, and the other side is going to go to my resistor. I'm not going to film the soldering because if there's one thing I've learned after many years of DIY is that I do not have the patience for soldering. I am terrible at it. Okay, after an embarrassingly long time, I have the switch wired up, one side of which runs back to the speaker line. The other side goes to the resistor, which I'm going to mount in there somewhere. Okay, connections are made. Resistors installed. Let's try it out. Now, this thing is hilarious. It's like starting a boat. You got to go under here. Got to run this guy. Let the tone wheels spin up. All right, and the other one. And then give it a few more seconds. All right. All right, let's flip our switch. No more sound. Now let's fire up the Leslie. Give that a second to warm up. Oh yeah, help if I plugged it in. Oh yeah, I'm a professional. Sweet. Now I'm just gonna go and tidy up some of these wires and make it look nice. And then maybe I'll go and try and find this cricket who's gotten in here somehow and is driving me crazy. Or I'll just go outside and enjoy this beautiful day.